Yo, check me out, I'm Elder B. We're back with another My Day, Back in My Day Friday. Come on, get the name of your segment right here. Still playing Quest for Glory 1, VGA. About creeping on 2/3 of the way through the game, I would say. Not quite there yet. So we're going to do some skill leveling today, progress the story if that day happens to come up. I'm not sure what the trigger is. It's been long enough, I don't recall when you get the meetup, to leave the spoilers out of it. Kind of. I mean, you just make assumptions on that. But when that takes place. So in the meantime, we still have Erasmus to go see. We have some magic skill leveling to do before we do that. We have the cave to revisit, and then we still technically haven't located the Antwerp. And I think we can get some lockpick practice there if we do that. So those things to do today for sure. And that right there is more than I probably intend to get. So without further yapping, let's get into it. Tea of the evening is chamomile with honey and vanilla. Even with the newer... Oh. Come on. There we go. You still freaking out? Are you freaking out because of the keyboard? You okay now? She's okay. Even with the newer graphics and music there, it still is nostalgic just because of what it is. What are we, I don't know if we were running... Okay, we gotta go see the healer. We gotta go see the dryad during the day here. 3 rocks to ditch. And food. How are we doing food? Okay. Weight. Are we doing weight-wise alright? 49 out of 60. Because we're getting stronger. Magic is low. Okay, yeah, when we get into fights, we definitely need to spend some time just kind of taking some hits to get vitality up, and then parrying and dodging as well. Climbing, throwing, not bad. Lockpicks need some work. Okay, we have our work cut out for us. Just rearranging some windows here at the expense of the viewership. Alright, I've made it worse for myself. Bear with me. There we go. That's the ticket. Alright, back into it. I don't... Oh, interesting. That's funny. No, I need to fix it one more time here. Couldn't figure out why my little man was disappearing. Better? Better. There we go. Alright, quit touching stuff. Quit messing it up. Let's go check the bar, the tavern. I always call it the bar, which I guess is still applicable, but just to be sure, we don't have a note waiting. I don't know if it was worth... We only got like 5 lockpick tries out of that, so I don't know if that was really worth it. Having to save and get caught a million times. I'd still like to throw, and I need to do it, because we're going to roll into the rest of the Quest for Glories after this, and then probably this... I'm torn between doing Police Quest or Space Quest directly after. And then maybe into King's Quest after that. I was never a big King's Quest fan. I didn't really get into too many of them. So I don't know what that playthrough would look like for me anyway. But that being all that blabbing to say this, I need to look into an overlay for number of saves and number of deaths. Just for the giggles. I don't know what kind of cash she's willing to dole out for Cheetar claws and the mushroom and such, but give it a shot. Yeah, I am quite a hero. I like how... I should have checked the money. Because sometimes it's like, it's not that it's a glitch, but it just kind of doesn't, like, take the items out of your inventory. Unless I had to and didn't realize it. No, there's no way. There's no way I've got, like, oh, okay. Maybe. We had 949. I think after selling the one, I think I missed checking on that. And we've had 5 or 6 of these. Okay, so probably 5 silver apiece. I mean, that's not really worth it. I mean, obviously you get the experience from fighting them, so not a big deal, but... Alright, anyway. 2 healing. We're sitting on 169. I don't think she has anything new to say, does she? Components, castle. No, okay. Sames. Alright, let's see what we can afford. 169. Yeah, we'll definitely click. We got 2 healing. I don't need any mana just for the sake of running around and such. So I'm not overly worried about that. When we start getting ready to do Erasmus's, that's definitely where I'm going to want to have those. So let's hit 2 stamina just because they're relatively cheap. So we should be at 129? Yeah, 129. Alright, let's go... Oh, mushroom. Buy mushrooms. What should you give me for that? Oh, that's significant. Oh no. No, it was 129, so just 10. So it's either 5 or 10, so it's not really anything crazy. She did ask for flowers though too. So let's throw those her way also. I had 139 before that. Oops, not flowers. Yeah, so 5. So nothing too crazy. Should take all that. Alright, doesn't really matter. We'll hang on to... I'm glad it didn't let me do that. I just right-clicked to get cycled through the things here. I thought I was going to go back to the eyeball. This stuff I think is both for later, so we'll hang on to it. Alright, let's go see the Dread. Get into some fighty fights along the way. I think south was the best way, since we accidentally ran into her. Let's give a save as we cruise out a safe area here. Yeah, because this we didn't get the note, but every once in a while I'm paranoid to miss it, especially after Quest for Glory 4. And it's very easy to miss some events if you're not going to the right places at the right time. So I definitely think back to that. Forward to that, considering where we are now. Yeah, there's a monster coming. A little Saurus action. That little gray graphics glitch up top is a giveaway for it. Alright, let's fight. It's funny, I'm sitting here breathing on you to get all excited. The notable difference, no treasure, in weapon use and strength and stuff from kind of early on taking one of those. I don't think we missed a single swing on that. So we like, for sure. Yeah, okay, it was down and then continue left. I don't think you can do... I know you can upset. Let's cast some Calm. I know you you can try and kill the stag, and then when you get to the dryad, she's none too happy with you. I don't remember if it's like a just sit and watch. Yeah, okay. I think last time I just tried to run at it and it scampered off. Yeah, the first time I ran in here, I think it was too late. Time of day. The beauty of the animal kingdom. Seems like the Adventurers Guild would just slay that thing immediately. I am one with the woods. I do have a seed. Take the seed. Aha. I see what you did there. Friend of the forest. Okay, I did not remember either that she is the one that told us about. Alright, we need to go back up north then and get some flowers because we sold all of them. We have fur, we have fairy dust. She's going to drop the acorn, and we've got the water. Give me that there acorn. Cool. Alright. Let's get a save on, and up to fumble around and locate Uranus piece. Since we, not brashly, just sold the flowers without the proper foresight. I don't know what this is going to do for us. 5 silver, but why not? Just to make the fairies mad at us. Unbeknownst to them. I think I'm going the right way. I also think we're going to run into Baba Yaga's up this way. Yeah. So hers is just to the north. I'm not ready for you quite yet. I think the random encounters and kind of the time to gain some stamina and health in between is probably the best way to go about it. And then we'll do that probably later in the session. Probably get to that today. I think there's monster. Last rock. I got nowhere near it. Yeah, that's a better use of training. I'd like to keep, yeah, the you know, the actual fighting skills increasing so that when we do go to the goblin training area, I don't think they ever have anything. I think you can get the horn off the Saurus Rex if I remember right. I might be thinking about number 3. Anyway, when we get to the goblin training area, I'd like to be able to. I would have liked to take that fight. I want to be in better shape to be able to, like, as soon as I'm done dodging and parrying and getting those skills up, and I start getting my butt kicked too much, I'd like to be able to end the fight quickly, so having the skills up is going to help that. I love how every monster makes the same, like, eating a sandwich noise when they get hit. How we doing stat-wise on stamina? About halfway down. It's just to be morning, right? Mid-morning, okay. I was going to say, we might take a snooze in Uranus piece. Just for sake of not wasting the, let's get some rocks. We'll keep chucking rocks. Does that give you 10? I think that gives you 10. Yeah, that's fine. Let's have those on hand. Just to kind of passively, I mean, it's not passive, it's very active. It's actively, passively, well, that would have been a good fight too. Up our throwing, just whenever we hit an encounter. Okay, flowers in hand. I don't think, 26 stamina. I don't know if this actually gives you stamina. Okay, well, we won't be able to find out. Oh. What do we say? Mid-morning. Yeah, it's fine. We'll take a snooze. Yeah, that was plenty beneficial. Alright, so on the way back to the healer, I was gonna say I want to hang out 1 second just in case we get a fight here. On the way back to the healer, we'll continue getting into some scrabbles here, some skirmishes. If I can hit this guy. I wanted to hesitate a little bit longer so I don't keep hitting his shield and wearing myself out. And of course that happens. There we go. Need to get the jab in with the swing. You mofo. Let's give you some flame. Come on, man. You're taking me out here. There we go. They're definitely our hardest opponent to date. Other than Cheetar, but... okay. A lot lower on health than I care for. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're 20 out of 52. That brings you full up. So I probably could have gotten lower before that happened. I'm gonna drink that stamina too. Stop moving. Okay, I guess I clicked her off screen there. That's what I was waiting for it to be like, okay, you pour the potion out on the ground. All potioned up. Sora's coming. I think I'm pretty done skiing. Yeah, magic's pretty much out. You know what? Let's start juking and doing some of this stuff while we're fighting here. Oh yeah, I won't be able to parry since I don't have a sword. Yeah, oh, can't get me. Alright, let's see how well that did. Get the dodge up a bit. Ah, it's a bummer with the, not the treasure. We knew that wasn't going to be a thing. But I totally forgot about the parry fact. Oh, it does give you parry. Okay. We technically don't. I mean, it's a dagger, but getting smarter, getting stronger. It's all coming together. Did I come down? Yeah, I came from down. Oh, this is going to be Erasmus's, isn't it? Oop. Goblin fight. The rocks. I forgot about the rocks. At least a little bit of the cash kind of replenishes. 1 silver. Right as I'm saying, oh good, we get some money, and then like, no, not really. That's the Goblin Training Ground is decent for that. Provided they have more than one each on them. Yeah, I should end up in Heinrich's sooner than later here, I believe. No, okay. We're on the east side. Bummer. Because I think I'm in... No, okay. We can take it. Let's go! Yeah, it's good we're already in a position where we're getting closer to 5 silvers. Nice. Be able to, like, continually hit it and end the fight relatively quickly because of that. Oh. I certainly know my way around when I'm like, oh, this is where I came out? Midday. Noontime. Back to the healer. Okay, doing the work for me. Thanks for letting me know. Well, no, I also need you to make one. That wasn't for free. And a spell potion, right?
Yeah, I suppose she's not ever really gonna leave. I'm not sure what kind of water that is. Well, I have some. We have that. It's funny how she's like totally oblivious to all this stuff. Oh, I didn't remember you needed that. 1 gold? Did she pay 1 gold? I guess that's 10 silver, yeah. I forget that. Alright, take my green fur. Take my flying water. Fairy dust. Quit doing... I know there was something... I don't know if it was when she's in her pot or if you click it before she does like that accept gesture, but like she doesn't actually receive it. And it like still takes it. It was something like that. I don't know if that's maybe like an original game bug or what that is. I better get to work making it. Well, you don't have everything yet, so hang on a second. Okay, you gonna make that thing or what? That's funny. It came off the list, so I assume... Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure she says something about it, but... we are not in a position yet to need it anyway. I've got 1 and 1. We got more than we came in with the first time, so let's do 1 of each. Again. Stamina. I think that was a thing too, like if you bought potions too quickly, you'd lose the money but not actually get the potion. Again, this is all like from memory, from the discs, so that might not even be remotely a thing. But it is DOSBox, so it's very likely that it brought the bugs with them. Although we haven't had a crash yet. Hopefully that's not foreboding, but... Okay. Those stats are looking real good. We do need to get magic up. Let's go... our good buddy Bruno. Yeah, I don't need to talk. We're gonna give you a silver. Just to make sure. Nah. Well, I know that it unlocks more stuff as you talk to him, but we're not in need. Let's hit a save. Boop. See if he's here for note-bound communication. I don't remember, as I finish swallowing my tea, I don't remember in the alley if it's always the beggar. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we already talked. Rob or Steve or Joe. Clearly it was a very memorable interaction. Okay, so nothing there. I bet there's like a, if you show up on day whatever, that's going to take place. But since I don't know what that is, and as much as humanly possible on these playthroughs of these old games that I've played, I'm going to refrain from looking anything up. So maybe that's something I'll do. Like I'll formulate some questions through the playthrough of like, hey, what day does the next note show up and things like that. But during the playthrough, I'm going to make sure to not do so. Okay, so to the right is the hermit. I thought. Maybe it was down one more and then right? No, okay, so Bragi. Was this a dead end or was it Erasmus? I didn't even know he was there. I love when he wanders off to nowhere. Yeah, we can't keep doing the silver coin, the single silver. 15 out of 59. It's funny how you randomly gain like 1 magic point at a time. So that's going to take 5. 2 casts of that. We're like rationing our magic points. And a cast of that. So we'll just do like... I was about to say, that's very strange. It didn't like that. And did that take my 5? It did. Yeah, we don't even have enough magic points to practice enough to get more magic points, which is funny. So at some point I'm going to have to give in and get some mana potions, but I'm not there yet. Too cheap for that currently. If that's braggy, what's down here? Or is that a dead end as well? To the right? No. Huh, okay. Oh, you know what? This is where it says... It's just kept walking. Yeah, okay. You know, that's allegedly where you got to town and then it avalanched behind you. There's a little hesitation there, so I didn't know if there was a creature coming or not. Probably should take that other stamina potion just in case, but what time of day are we looking at? A little bit more in the day left. So that's Erasmus. We're going up and around the same way we came from before. I thought I saw a little something over there, but I guess not. It's funny, every screen I'm like, is that a monster? Is there a monster coming? I'll get my rocks back out. Yeah, because it'd be like town to my south. Oh, oh. Comes too quick. Yeah, I didn't even get a second rock off. Okay, definitely a stamina potion so we don't go under. What a waste. No treasure. It seems slightly silly since we're kind of nearing the end of the day here, but I don't really want to get caught without... Well, you don't get caught with... I don't want to die. Again. Man, these guys are relentless. This is going to be too slow. Da-da-da. It's funny, it's one of those things that, like, I know he has nothing, but I'm gonna check every single time. I quite honestly have forgotten where we were intending to go. I was just going to pick up more rocks. I've only managed to get off like 1. Oh my goodness. Good navigation skills, bud. Almost 3. Not a single one of them hit him though. The 4 is better. The 15 is nice from the brigand, but that's a heftier fight for sure. Yeah, Yeah, not yet, guys. Don't come out of that bush, please. I think the first couple you take, though, it's just like 1 to 3 or something like that. You don't really get to like the 5 and 7 until later. Okay, this has got to be the Antwerp this way then, right? Because the goblins were to the right, Baba Yaga's above them. No meeps. Boop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do like a map square by map square search. Just because I don't know where to find them. Oh, he's gonna get me. Little green horde demons. Yeah, I just don't remember that. Don't remember where they are in relation, because the graveyard should be here. Let's go off to the right. Gotta smack into the archery range on the right side here. So if we go down all the way, this should stop us, right? Yeah. And then this is archery range. The entrance too. Yeah, alright, well. Let's spend mid-afternoon. It's still a decent amount of time. We'll just chuck some rocks here. Now those look like they're hitting where they're supposed to. So when I'm actually trying to hurt somebody, that it's like, no, we're not going to do that. Able to carry quite a bit more than we used to. I think only like 30 rocks. There we go. I was going to say before it was like 30 rocks and it was like, that's too much. I mean, that's 20 pounds. Heavy little stones. I seem to remember on previous playthroughs, and I don't think I missed any of the stuff to steal to make money, but it seemed like you would have so much more money that I would just buy like 5 or 7 daggers and just come out here and throw daggers to practice. That's what we'll do. We'll go down to the chief, make some money on him. How we doing? I'd like to have like, yeah, that's fine. We'll keep 5. 49 throwing. Let's do one more round of that. One more round of throwing. Then we'll head up to the tree by the healer. Climb up and down that a couple times. Get climbing up. Then we'll go make some money with the chief. That way we'll have get some potions. I think what I need to do is get some mana potions and just keep casting spells. I could try and go fight the troll next too. I do well, okay, nah, we won't do that quite yet. I don't think I'm in a bad way with it, but I do feel like there's the potential that I'll go fight him and then just absolutely get destroyed. So we'll play the chief, get some money, play him a couple times to see how much we can wager out of him. I don't remember how, you know, if he actually gets increasingly difficult with how much you wager. But if I can get like 1 of each potion out of each round with him, what's that end up being? 60, like 120 silver? I don't know if I can do that much. We'll ease in. We'll do like 60 silver to start, because that's a healing and a stamina. Yeah, it's fine. We never get any rocks off on a monster anyway. What do we have? 49, I think? Yeah, okay. So 40 rocks. You get like 2.5 rocks per stat. So it's not too bad. We'll just have to do that a couple more times. We'll fight him real quick. Go get our no treasure, but I gotta check. I can't not check. I know, but I'm gonna do it every time. Alright, head on back to the house. Throw some daggers at a board, get some cash, and then I don't know if we'll have... yeah, they're already gone, so the healer will probably already be closed up by the time we finish up with the chief, but that's okay. Maybe we'll climb the gate a couple times, get that practice in there. I think what I'll do is take advantage of chief money for potions for goblin training, and then eventually take some of that money from the chief to spend on daggers at the dry goods store. I think that's what we'll do. I was gonna say, I don't know. Particularly don't even down there. Oh, root, the mandrake root. I was like, what root? What am I saving roots for? Wasn't there like a practice chest? Oh, maybe it was this door. I already saved it. Somewhere I thought you could practice. Okay, maybe not so much. I think that's going to be a relatively a low skill then, unless I continue to go do that door. But I'm at 30 and that's nothing. I don't particularly remember needing picklocks in number 2, but I definitely don't want to go into a max 200 game and have it be 30. Alright, what will you let me do? Will you do 60? Oh, unlocked. What's our max here? Okay, much more than I have. Let's start with 60 and just be super bummed out if we lose, but I think... okay. I was gonna say, I didn't think you could just like blast through cash with him. Okay, he will take 50 though, so that's not terrible. Alright, let's see how we're tuned in here. I do feel like it was a little bit of trial and error. Like it's not always, and maybe somebody, you know, has this down to like a science where it's like this far off in this force, but it's a little closer than I care the score to be, but that's okay. I always thought it funny that your name is Thief in here. Like everyone else is like, oh, you're such a hero, but in here they're just like, you're just a thief. You're stealing stuff. This was another one too. I don't know why, we always had the speed up when we played through this. And it's funny now, it's like I have no desire to turn the speed up whatsoever, but I specifically remember like clicking the daggers and it just being like foop, and immediately hitting the board. Yeah, I'll take 50 from you each time. I didn't remember if he got better, because he's pretty garbage, you know, he's relatively easy to beat at this. If he got better when you wagered more, but obviously not so much. Maybe tick up more in force. Yeah, good enough. Especially when he has throws like that. Let's come on down. I never really pay attention to what the numbers on the score are. I don't even know, like, you know, what a bullseye nets you when you get it. That was only 3. That was 3. Okay, so that's the ring. So it must be 1, 2, 3, and then I'm not sure what the bullseye gets you when you get it in there. 4, maybe? Yeah, he just hit it, but... maybe if you beat him 3 times in a row, it'll give you like, okay, that's enough. think that's the first time he said that too. I do remember him saying that. Maybe that's when he steps it up, who knows. I hope he doesn't, realistically. Alright, pay attention to the score here a little better as well. Yeah, so bullseye's 4. Alright, he made me slightly nervous there. I was like, oh, when he says you think you're pretty hot stuff, he's just gonna destroy me all of a sudden. But I do need as many 4s as I can get, just in case he does step it up. Much better. I like that throw of his much better. Let's go in between the two. Yeah, good enough. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be it. We'll call it good for today after this. I don't know if you level up throwing when you play this or not. I don't think so. But we have seen that I'm not definitely completely up to speed on all the mechanics of this bad boy. It's also kind of a time when games were very cut and dry, like, you know, there wasn't a lot of guesswork. You know when stuff is happening and when it's not. I say this is a time, it's not like that's changed, you know. If Skyrim, same thing. If you want to upgrade your sneak, you just need to sneak. That was terrible. Okay, let's call it good. I should be at like 30 gold. Yeah, okay. 316. Instead of plussing it up over here. Alright, so we're sitting on a pretty penny at this point. That's definitely the way to go. Go smack the chief a little bit. Make some cash. Okay. Probably shouldn't have passed that much time. Sunset approaches. They're already doing their deal though. Let's get a save. I probably should have waited until I get over here. And let's see if we can get even like 3 times out of it. And just do that like once a day or so. Okay, throwing does go up from that, so that's good to know too. Get some money and level it up. 30. And actually, I don't remember if picklock actually gets you skilled better. Alright, let's leave it alone. 2 every time. It's kind of a bummer, but I don't really want to just leave it and not level it. Let's go out to the tree. Let's climb the tree a touch. If we can get... I don't think the healer is open. I don't even know if the gate's going to be open right now with sunset approaches. Yeah, it's closed. Let's go hit the tree a couple times. We'll try her house. I'm pretty sure she's closed up though, especially with the sunset coming. Ideally I can hit the ground running with potions in hand tomorrow. I do need to go out in the woods and cast some spells. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Cast some spells and blast those magic points before we go to bed. I don't know if it, I don't think it completely revives, or refills rather, your mana points, but called mana? Or is it just magic? Magic points. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this a bunch. This is one of the reasons you would, you know, crank the... Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Crank the speed up. That way you can just kind of scramble up and down, smacking the enter key, and then when it says you're tired, that's kind of when you call it. Oh, that's funny. I hit the other plus, and that is equals, which brings you back to normal speed. There we go. Okay. I know, not the most exciting thing in the world to climb up this tree, climb up and down this tree a million times, but that's what you get with a point and click adventure with pretty solid RPG elements, really. I mean, that's kind of what they started going for at that time period, but okay, back to normal speed. Let's just go do... I thought you got trigger. Maybe detect is what I'm thinking about. Fetch. Let's do a detect. And a calm was for... opening nothing. I didn't pay attention to what we actually had, and then we've got 2 and 1 left. Those are both 5. Let's do another calm. Nope. Is that 5? Oh, it's 4. Okay. These 2 are 2. So let's do another open. Yeah, I don't recall 2 things about the Erasmus magic maze. I don't remember if your skill matters other than the amount of magic points that you have, and I don't remember. Okay, I was about to say I don't have any stamina. Is this gonna make me like fall off this wall? I don't remember if your magic points matter, and I don't remember if you can have like unsuccessful casts or not. Like if it makes your little character flame better. Because you're like a little flame to go through the maze, if I remember right. Good old Abdullah. Alright, we'll take the chance that we actually need to eat, but it seems like old Iron Stomach doesn't need any food. Hello, Abdullah. I think you get into this couple day period here where it doesn't care about dialogue and stuff, and it's all the same. I might be mistaken. Let's try a meal. Never hungry. Give me that late night coffee. Okay, nothing new on there. We'll just get... I've stayed here for 4 nights. Let me ask you your name again. I guess 3 nights. Not even, right? Yeah, 3 nights. Thank you. Go back to the kitchen and then come back immediately to pick up my stuff. Oh yeah, let me grab that screen grab real quick. I don't think you're seeing that. Be kind of interesting if you could. Change the thumbnail up every night rather than it just being our little kitty cat. Into day 5 we go. As the music starts, we'll take a little hydration break. Be back real soon. Alright. Back. Ready to head out into the world. Once again, it's precautionary. We're going to head to the tavern. Boom. Check for a note. And then regardless of its presence, head to the healer. Stock up on potions. And let's go hit some goblin training. Actually, let's swing into Pierre's. Because how much wealth did we amass? Quite a bit. 307. For simplicity's sake, we'll call it 100. Each time we get one of each potion. I think that's right. Daggers are 20. You know, other than practicing throwing, let's get 2. 3. And we'll get 3. So we should have 4. Because we're probably never going to get 3 off before the monster gets in your face. But I imagine you can practice throwing a little better with a dagger than with a stone. I'm kind of making that up, or I'm completely making that up, but you never know. It sounds accurate. No note, back out we go. I love how the butcher and the baker are like, well, you know, I can't get ingredients, so I'm just going to sit in the tavern and play poker all day with the money we don't have because we don't have our shops open. It was a smart thing to put those in there, though, just to have it be like the town doesn't feel so small if there's only like 5 buildings you can go in. Well, I mean, that is all there are, but if that's all you could see also. Alright, to the healer. You know, we didn't do... This is technically not accurate, but better late than. What did we end up getting our climbing to? 52. They're throwing significantly higher. God, some of these stats are just... There's a big disparity between the leveled ones and the ones that need a lot more work. I think it's 20, maybe it's 120 per full set. 20, 40, 60. We shall see. Oh, no way. Okay. I didn't expect to get it the next day. Throw it on her. Yeah, okay. 120 each. We've got 2, right? And 1. 2 and 1. I just talked about how I could always get more money, but at the same time, I don't want to just like blast through it. So 247. We've got 2 and 1. We end up doing stamina a lot more often. So 247. We'll do a stamina and 2 mana. And then we'll just need to stock back up. Mana. 2 mana. 2. 2. I should have 1. Yeah, 107. Let's do 1 more stamina. There we go. I kind of forgot we were planning to go to the goblin training area, so it should have been all stamina, really. That's kind of all you really... You lose a little bit of health, but if we start losing that, we can always just bail out, but whatever, it's fine. Start stabbing some goblin faces and see how far in we get. You get some money from that, too. Not, like, a ton. I know it depends on... there's the same amount of gold or silver, rather, on them, depending on which position they land after you've killed them and tossed them for some reason. Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, we're out of rocks, okay. I don't really want to start throwing the daggers until we get significantly better at throwing. I know it's pretty high up anyway. See if we can get a blast on them. Nope. And I bet it still costs the mana too. That's okay. Even if it doesn't, I mean, it's more important to get the leveling out of the magic use than it is to actually do damage with it. Unless you're kind of in a bind with like a brigand and you can't hit him. A brigand? Yeah, I do want to get like 20 rocks. I love how a few is 10. Okay. I was gonna say fumble our way to the training ground. I was gonna say, I know if you go and like grab the bush. Okay, just one to start. You'll see 3 of them will line up, and you don't know how many you're actually fighting because it'll only be the 3. You threw that goblin the long way. Yeah, they'll be like I did one here, here, here. Like they'll be all over, and depending on where they land, like that guy I think will always be 5, for instance. I'm pretty sure you can just kind of keep resetting this. Yeah. It's funny that bush is gone though. Just have to wait for this guy to walk out. Let's do this. Okay, he's the poor guy. Somebody has a significant amount. I just don't remember who it was. Alright, I think we'll resave the uh-oh and go one more time before we use a stamina potion. Because that almost is enough in one round's worth. Oops, I just said we're not going to use a potion. At least I thought about it before I clicked. You know, you do like maybe 4 or 5 goblins at a time, and you'll have enough for 1 stamina, so that makes it worth it. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. Won't push our luck anymore. 8. That's pretty awesome. Somebody has like a significant amount. It says, makes a comment. Yeah, okay, so that's 5, 8. Along some lines of like, you know, oh, this one's rich or something like that. So there's 17 right there. So it really does justify kind of just continually stocking up on potions, coming back, fighting again. Let's get a solid save here. Since we're on the road to doing well, I think if you get into this earlier than like, you know, because yeah, all those stats are coming up really well. If you get into this earlier, then you're kind of ready for it. I think you can kind of find yourself in a little bit of a struggle, but the loop of earning enough to get another potion to come do it again, like, we're already sitting really well. I think what we'll do too is just like kind of fight organically, because now we're up to 4 at a time at least, before we kind of do the dodge and parry. I don't know with the variance in oh, we got the old graphic glitch. Let's see if that goes away. There he is, 35. So that's the dude we want, because that'll get you, you know, just between these two is 2 stamina potions. That's pretty solid. this guy that had nothing? No, this guy, okay. So rich guy, poor guy. Let's see if we can get this to clear by just changing screen here. Yeah, looking good overall. I do need to get 3 flame hits up on the next one so we can use that as well. Again, I don't know if you level... Yeah, we're gonna need to save and do a quick restart. I'll just give you the intro outro screen here just so you're not looking at nothing. I don't know if it matters whether or not you know, shoot the flame dart at the just at the ground, or if it you know, at an actual enemy. If I can spit some words out here. At an actual enemy, if that makes it that you get more experience out of it. I'm not sure if that is a thing or not. Okay. Get you back into it. Honestly, that's... Oop. There we go. It's like, he is not moving. If that's the worst that comes out of, like, you know, an artifact playing this game from forever ago. Because, did this give you... Yeah, okay, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that has a... Oh, Quest for Glory 3, because this was the remake, so this was after 2. So this is kind of like the same graphics you can expect in 3. But 3 was 1992, so I think this was like maybe 87? I'm not sure. Okay, 89. That's pretty rapid succession. I know these, you know, in today's terms, these are smaller games, but that's pretty significant, especially with how short that list of the team was. Now the thing, I did say I was going to use, the thing I need to be cognizant of is, yeah, that's what I thought, is losing too much stamina as the number of goblins increases. Realistically, there's probably no reason, especially with this. I mean, there's... Or these two, rather. There's 2 more stamina potions, so there's no reason not to go into the fight full up from it. Okay, I just wanted to make sure right here. So this is 35 guy. Yeah. Awesome. So we should be sitting quite pretty again. Back to 215. Let's go hit the healer up, and actually let's just top off here. Yeah, we'll be sitting pretty good in no time. I think your intelligence level helps with Magic Maze too, so that's definitely something we kind of want to keep doing this before we go over there. I remember going over there like kind of first thing in the game, so I don't think it's as hard as I'm kind of like leading it up to be, but at the same time, I don't want to blow it. And right now we have such few magic points that I can't really accomplish much. We'll get there. We'll get there. I think talking about the troll and the the intro and that being something to do was a little more ambitious than I thought about, but that's all right. What did do? I don't think we got climbing up to anything really significant either. 52. I was just in there and didn't look. Stamina's full. We got a bunch of money. Let's... No, oh, we'll do it later. I do want to make sure to max that out though, because that's something again that I don't really think is a very pertinent skill in 2. So I don't want to go into 2 with it less than 100. I'm gonna say I don't think we'll max out all our skills, but if I can, that would be ideal. Probably picklock is not one that will get up there, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna grab 3 of these because we used 2, maybe even 4 of them, and just keep kicking the crap out of goblins over there. What are we at total? 4. We're gonna use this just to make sure we can keep using the magic over there. It doesn't work. Okay. I mean, we're still at 75, which is funny. We blasted through that quickly, but 5 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, that's sitting pretty well. Let's head on back and do it again. This path is direct too, so we don't have any worries of running into the graveyard or anything crazy like that. Big smile. Oh, wary look. Big smile. I forget which one of the... They always do their little, like the creators and stuff like that in these. It's funny when you see, you know, just kind of take the second, even the little icon, and see our hero walk. You just like can picture them in the room, you know, okay, what does he look like? What color are his clothes? And it's like, yep, that's exactly what he looks like. Alright, just make sure we're full up on everything before we get into it here. Okay, I was about to say, I hit something on the number pad and I don't know what. It just like went to the middle of the deal. Maybe I hit 8 on accident. Does that go in the middle? No, okay, because I hit 4 and it didn't. I'm not sure what that was all about, but we'll get our spells on this guy too here. You can't block that, can you? Yeah, for sure at this point, no more not taking a potion. Mr. Empty, because I don't want to risk it. Because if even one more goblin comes up and you're like at a half, that did take about a half out of us, so. Get our 5. I don't think we've had this guy yet. 4. Oh yeah, we have, okay. That might be the most you see is the 6. I don't think this looks like the full lot that I remember anyway. Okay, so we just need stamina, right? Let's hit a flame, even though it doesn't matter. Just to take out mana as well. Stamina. Should be full up on that and decent on mana. We are. Health is fine for now. What time is it? Midday. Okay. Let's hit up one more, and then I'm paranoid about the archery range, so we'll just kind of keep getting eyes on that. Maybe we'll go hit the throwing up too. Throwing up. Okay, I was gonna say, I do feel like that was one more than nobody. Got that 2 down below still. It's funny you don't ever get like okay, so this guy and this guy are poor. I mean, the rest make up of it. What was it, like 35, 5, 4, 8, and something? So, plenty for sure. You don't get any, like, where these guys came from. You know, why do they have their own little, like, hangout compound space over here? Okay, let's head back. Go scope out the archer range, chuck some rocks at it, and then really, more importantly, go hit up the climbing again. Not more importantly, but higher on the list, since it is the lower of the skills. I'm pretty sure if you come at it from that way, he sees you. So let's go the other way. Just in case. Just in case today's the day, but I really don't think you randomly get it until you get the note, so I should be okay from that. What's below us? Take a rock. Definitely want to get throwing to the point where that rock is like, you know, a hit worth. I don't know if that'll ever be a thing. Probably just a sliver, but every little bit counts. Two silver. A pittance. I was trying to like juke out of the way so I can get an extra rock throw in, but that time doing so just like makes it so I don't have as much time to throw the rock. I don't recall there being like a stop movement button. I don't know. Yeah, okay. This was, you could just kind of move if you didn't have a mouse, which, you know, at this point, I think you could escape, yeah, and then select that way. But at this point in computing history, you couldn't get much done. Well, it was still DOS. You had Windows 3.1, yeah. I'm not sure what year that came out. 90 maybe? 89? Probably right around the same time. If they are there, that would have been not a good move. So let's head out and go check just in case first. But like I said, I think you have to find the note to trigger the event, and then you have to watch them before you can accidentally run into them while they're leaving. But him being out there was potentially indicative of them being there. Okay. I don't think you can go down. I think you have to go right. Oh, you can. Wait, isn't that the same thing as being... Yeah, that's kind of funny. That saves you a screen there. Saves you a couple screens. Okay. Doesn't matter. I was going to check how many rocks we have. Just check them. We have reached the end of our scheduled time, but it is midday, so we'll get a little bit more out of the play session here. Throwing's almost max. That's pretty awesome. Just in case, I'm pretty sure all your daggers hang out and they stick. Just to be sure here. That is not what I meant to click. Double checking we have all of them. So that didn't up throwing at all. So let's stick with the rocks for that sake. And I think if you chuck daggers at the monsters and they stick, I always love when you get attacked while you're picking up rocks. Yeah, we won't waste the magic for that. We'll actually get it on an actual hit here. If the daggers hit, then when you defeat the enemy, you go and retrieve your daggers when you search them. Okay. Much better fight that time, especially getting the magic practice in is good. Yeah, they're substantially richer than the goblins, just the runaround ones anyway. Okay. We actually came out for rocks, didn't we? Go until we're heavy. Okay, 2 weighty. I'm just thinking about Erasmus's, and I'm wanting to go there sooner than later. So I think what I might do at this point is take the money that we've got, because we've got what? 3 stamina, 2 healing, so a decent amount of potions already. So take the money we have and dump it all into mana and just go try it. And we can just, you know, the lack of magic points to be able to make it further can be made up for by the amount of money we've got to spend on mana potions. So I think that's what we'll do. Probably not this time though. We'll probably do that next week. Do some really exciting rock throwing and tree climbing to cap off the evening. $86. Getting there indeed. I think lockpicks is probably the one I'm thinking is going to be the least likely to be as upgraded as we'd like, but we'll see what we can do about that too. Hit that door up every once in a while. What's this way? Because the Henry's down and to the right one. Oh, we did this before. Yeah, it just goes up to the snow area, right? Yeah, yeah. The fox area, rather. So we have Bruno again. So let's check the tavern. I don't think I've missed him. You know, there was like, if you're too slow on 2 for certain events, there's definitely where you can miss out on it. I don't think you can miss anything in 3. If you could, I don't think I ever ran into that. 4 was awful. That's like my biggest thing I think about with 4 is that, you know, you didn't go downstairs in the middle of the night when you woke up from hearing a noise, or maybe you had to intentionally sleep and then like only long enough to be in the middle of the night. I don't remember specifically, but I do remember like, oh, well, you didn't go into here and do this at that time, and like it's broken, like you can't progress anymore. So it's funny that you kind of get into the habit of saving so much in these early games, but that prepared you for stuff like that. And that one, you'd be like, well, I can always go back to, you know, this save game that took place at this point. Okay, tree climbing. Let's get our speed up. Let's climb some tree. It's funny, I feel like my stamina is... Like, this is a lot of tree climbing, so I was like, it'd be funny if my stats are mastered, or at 100, maxed out rather. So you're just like not losing as much stamina. Again, I don't even know if that's a thing. You know, somebody, especially after the internet guides became such a big thing, you know, somebody will go like through that. Well, each time you climb the tree, you lose this much stamina, but if your climbing is this, you lose this, and you know, they'd have it like, this is linear, but this is better as you progress and stuff like that. But without me actually checking the character sheet, because I do that a lot just to see how progression is going, it's funny to think that I could be sitting here clicking this and I'm already 100 maxed out on climbing. I think we were pretty good though. I think it was like, was it 72? Now I gotta check, see? Oh, okay, there was throwing that I'm thinking about. That's funny how high luck has come up from stuff too. What I didn't look at was stamina though. I have no idea how close we were to gassing out on this, but I think we'll keep going on this. We'll go get, like I said, we'll max ourselves out on potions, and if there's any time left in the day, we'll finish up fighting goblins. Okay. I'm like, what's going on here? Alright, we're creeping on it. We're almost out. Was it 83? Was that agility? That's awesome. Okay, let's keep a couple more climbs there and we'll be done. Only had 9 stamina. It's good though, keeps that up for being able to fight longer and such. It's funny how obviously there's like, you know, some similarities to the fact that you do something a bunch and like you get better at it. But it'd be super funny if like that's literally, you could do like the exact same thing. You just go up and down the same tree all day long and then you're like a master climber at the end of that. Oh, I forgot to calm the speed down a little bit. Things get a little crazy. Okay. 60 each. We have 200. So we technically do 3. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna clean us out here. Between the goblins and the chief. I didn't slow myself. There we go. We can get more money, so I'd rather kind of help guarantee success with Erasmus tomorrow. Well, in-game tomorrow. Next week in real life. Alright, so we should, what do we, 5? 4? And we're out of money? Yeah, 28. Okay. And still midday? Mid-afternoon. That'll be good timing. Let's go goblin fight. As many times as we can. What are we sitting on potion-wise? We have 2. Okay, so realistically we'll just do it the one time. Just to get the potion in. And then head back. How are we doing throwing versus climbing at this point too? Yeah, we'll get, where are you going? Goblin fight, head back, climb the tree, head to the inn. And that might max, well, we only got about 12 points I think. Do we have any stones to throw? No. Oh, it's flame. Is it flame dart or is it just flame? Flame dart. Okay, that's what I thought. What's our expertise doing on these two? 28, 12, 14, and 9. We can get one shot off them. Probably there. See how much damage that does, if any. A little bit. Okay, that worked out quite well. The weapon use increasing is definitely showing. No shield blocks at all. 8. What are you, poor? They used to be a pretty significant mob to encounter, so that's good. Feeling more powerful as the game progresses is definitely important. Gotta be a hero. Just going out in the forest and killing people. We haven't had a save in a little bit. Let's do an uh-oh save, just in case, you know, yeah, you couldn't escape that. Wife just texted me and I was like, oh, what's going on? What's she got for me? Wheel of Time series has been canceled after 3 seasons. I haven't watched it at all. I've read the majority of the books, especially as like a kid, so it's kind of a bummer. I've heard it's not, they didn't do a good job staying faithful to the books, but it says fans are not happy about it, so we'll see. Maybe it's better than I realize. We'll watch it here over the next week or so, or start it in the next week or so. Okay, up to 8. I'm like, oh, this looks like it's all it is, and you know, there's what, 2 or 3 more since I had said that. Alright, got this guy, poor guy, rich guy. Yeah, I should have kept track. What did it say with this one? That's not what it said. Is it going to repeat it or no? No, okay. Should have kept track how much it is, because it's like at least 52. Which is pretty awesome. Alright, I don't think we're in a position where we need a mana or a stamina potion off of that, do we? No. We're low, but you know, not a big deal. Yeah, intelligence is gonna be something that will, maybe when we do the dodge parry kind of like practice, that'll be a little bit better. But sunset approaches, that's perfect timing. And once again, just to be sure, get some rocks here for later, just to be sure that I haven't missed. I know it's like obsessive at this point. 3 times a day into the tavern. How are we doing on food too? It's funny because like I'm not eating or ordering from the inn. Like, I just don't eat food anymore. Like, you're fine. Just have a nibble every once a week. Okay, let's ditch that so we're not. I think you lose health. There we go. If you're overweight and you're moving around, especially if you run, I believe. Hello, Heinrich. I love his little, like, you know, it's a belt with a pouch, but it looks like a saddlebag since he's part horse. Alright, let's plus up the speed. We don't have all that much stamina, so this shouldn't be too long and we'll be gassed out and time to go have sleepies in the end. I'm just too tough, it takes too long. There's no wearing me out. There we go. Maxed? No, not even close. Oh, yeah, okay. Slow it on down now. Getting crazy. Although, like, maybe one bump is probably not the end of the world. That's funny. What thoughts of violence was I considering? I've never even seen that before. Interesting. They're like, I know you're trying to murder, and we're not going to let you. Like, but I wasn't. I really wasn't. Alright, let's get a save in. I don't even know if sneaking matters for this. I'd also like to do a little experiment. We got 2 points in lockpick. Oops. Using the lockpick. So let's use the toolkit. Okay. Maybe don't do that. I didn't realize I've only ever done it at night. We'll do the toolkit 3 times. Yeah, no. Toolkit 3 times to see if we get more than the 2 points we got from the lockpick. And it's not a great experiment because it could be one of the times where it's like, that's not going to make... and that's not going to be what it takes. Let's just do some running. I know we're low on stamina, but... kind of work the vitality, agility. Vitality? I mean, I'll say dealer's choice, but that's not really what it is. I don't think... because I think you can, like, write your adventuring exploits in here, but I don't think I've done anything yet to merit that. Yeah. I think when you claim the bounties and stuff like that, you can start putting that in there. Maybe I'm thinking about a different game. Let me just make sure I'm not like... okay. I was gonna say, like, digging into my health points from doing that. Alright, sneak on over here. These guys are out, so it's not daylight. You can see, there we go. The shade's coming down. Shaders, I suppose, for nighttime. Alright, 3 times. Made it. I didn't check what it was before, but that's okay. Irrelevant, because at least we got some increase there. I want to say that was pretty significant, but I wasn't smart enough to check it. Actually, you know what? We'll save the load the B. What was it before? We had it at 38? 6. So yeah, okay. That's the way to go. Oops. Now we want to load the yeah. 38, right? Yeah. Yeah, with 62 left, we'll only need to do that 10 more days. 10 more in-game days. Which I don't think there's that much playtime in. But honestly, we'll stretch it to make that happen. I might get a little crazier and stretch it to 5 attempts maybe. Let's just go to sleeps. And with that, and a little bit of the playing of the Shapirian music, we'll hit our outro. Didn't have anybody pop in today, so if you're watching this at a later date. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Elder B. Take care.